this is Shannon with Chic and Sassy Nails by Shannon. I am starting today's mani with this is my first Stylist Lab set that I'm trying out. This is April Bomber's Bomber Braid, and I'm only using the purpley ones, not the green design ones for this mani. I'm going to do a couple accents, slant tips with some New York Minute. So my main color is going to be the New York Minute, and then I'm going to do a couple accents with the Bomber Braid. I don't usually do designs as a full mani, so I usually use them as accents. So that is what I'm going to do here. I thought, as soon as I saw that color, I thought New York Minute would be a good pairing. It's a little lighter, but I think that might bring out a little bit more of that purpley color. It almost reminds me of Aberdeen Aubergine, but I don't think I had that one open. Plus I like New York Minute a ton. So I am going to pair it with that. And then, oh, you guys. So we have been getting, we have a snowstorm for the last 2 days. And yesterday my neighbor was super kind and used his snow blower, not a snow blower, his snow plow thing that's attached to his like riding lawnmower tractor thing. Um, Maybe it is a blower. I actually don't know what it is. But he cleaned our driveway out yesterday, which was really nice. But then it snowed again overnight, and then it's supposed to be, well, it's freezing. The temperatures are dropping all day today, so then it's all going to freeze. So I wanted to clean the driveway out up before it all froze because it's very freezy rain. It will be. Because it is windy and the temps are dropping. So I was out and I had to call my husband because every time I try to use the snow blower, because well, it hasn't happened at all this year, so it's been a whole year since I used it. I always forget how to turn it on, so I had to get him to help me. So he just had to. It's one of those things too, because he's not the best at giving me instructions on how to do it over the phone without seeing it, because he just does it, It's one of those, I think there's lots of stuff like that you know how to do, but it's a little harder to give people directions. Anyway, let's get back to the stylus. I know I brought that up because my arms are sore, like my muscles are all sore from doing I did a little shoveling after I did the snow blower, but just pushing, and then I'm very short, so in order to hold down we have like I don't know if our snowblower is like everybody else's, but I have to like squeeze really hard on the handles, but my arms are like, I'm not that tall above this is ripping very funny. Let's see if I move this, if I can stick these to here and save those. Hold on, I'm trying to save those pieces. Look at that, they're just like super ripped. I hate when they rip funny. Maybe instead of trying to mush them together, I will just clip it. Maybe it'll be okay. Sorry, what I was saying is, in order for me to get enough leverage to hold the handles down and everything and I'm like, it's a lot of work for me to do it, but I'm able to. But then my arms are sore. It's like I did an arm workout and I was just pushing the snowblower, so it's kind of goofy. But at least I didn't have to shovel my whole driveway. I just had to do cleanup and the sidewalk. But it is still lightly snowing, but I'm hoping that it's just not going to snow much more, because it's one of those things to snow plow when it's still snowing a little, but it's going to get darker and colder, and I didn't want to not do it today before everything froze. So it is what it is. We will see how much more we get. Hopefully it won't cover the driveway again. I was surprised at how much we had gotten again. The roads were so much worse today than they were yesterday. I guess I saw on the local news it was just the traffic was awful this morning here because it was just every single highway and freeway was red. And I know my high schooler was 10, 15 minutes late. My husband took quite like twice as long to get to work. So, but they made it. Everybody made it safe, and my high schooler made it home safe this afternoon. So that's all that matters is that they got back. All right, so I'm gonna cut these together. Man, seriously, it's like, I don't know why they're so sore. I'm going to be sore tomorrow. These are not the same size because I did not have the same strips left over. So I'm hoping they will work. I usually do slants that way, so let's do that. We are going to, hold on. This, I forget. All right. So what I know about April sets is that it's not exactly how she imagined it. I didn't see sketches. I know we have seen her, these are getting bubbles from the heat, but we've seen her do braids. She kind of was one of the first to share the faux braid is what we call it. She calls it the bomber braid. Where it almost kind of, they line up like tiles, but it's like where the braids don't overlap. But she does a lot of cut pieces, like, which I believe that this is representing kind of her cut manis that she does with the wavy scissors and such. So we will. We didn't do very good lining those up or keeping those together, but that's okay. All right. Let me I forgot to grab my tweezers. Okay. So if I was in some of the chats, I think she was a little disappointed that the variation in these lighter colors wasn't, there wasn't more contrast. It is very fun. It's a very fun design. I personally don't do all that cutting, like when I do artsy manis, I don't do a lot of scissors, like what are they called? Craft scissors? Like the scissors with the cool edges. I think I bought a pair, I just I haven't been good about using it. I want to do kind of a pretty deep, half like tip thing here. So we're gonna go most of the way down. And then we're gonna do that one over the top. I didn't pay attention to how sheer or not this set is, so hopefully it looks okay. Well, it has a white backing. So hopefully it pops against this. Let's do a all right. Sorry, I was just seeing how that, don't know, I probably kind of lose a lot of the braid, don't I? This it's thicker than, maybe it's just all sticky. Where's my, orange stick here to clean up. Kind of like it. I'm kind of looking at it. I wasn't sure if I lost too much because I don't know if I want full. I wouldn't do a full mani. Well, it doesn't have the full mani is the mixed colors. I actually prefer the green with solid green and the purpley one here with a solid, which is why I'm doing it this way. Well, I think that's kind of fun as an accent nail. I don't know, what do you guys think? I know I lose some of the design, but I guess this is more me. So I love that they had this contest. As many of you know, I was pushing for the top 5 for August to get to design this, and I was number 6. So it's a little sad at the same time. I'm super happy for all of my fellow stylists and friends that designed sets and got to have such a cool experience. But then at the same time, it is hard for me to not be a little disappointed that that I was so close and didn't get it. I think yeah, I like split the end funny. I cut a little funny, so it's a little rough. I'm gonna have to clean that up later. Okay, so we'll just leave that as it is. Let me see here. I think I am gonna do this other side on this finger. And I'm gonna try to come all the way down. I didn't come all the way across as much as I did on that side for some reason. It's a little more curvy or something. All right, so then I'll do the accents on the other side. I am going to do the thumbs slanted too. I wanted to use more of that accent strip. So the 2 fingers and the thumb are all going to be this slanted. I want it to line up here. Okay, the thumb will be best because it's going to show off more of the design. I thought I came far enough down, but I really didn't. Should have done like even more across the middle so I could have gotten more of that top one, but that's fine. I like I don't know I don't even know. It's not silver, but I like that lighter color. I like the contrast that I'm getting. It's it reminds me of like a zebra stripe almost. I know that's not what it is. And I apologize to April for calling it that if that offends her. But this is, let's clean this up a little bit. I like the ship. Can you see that the base is like shimmery? So That's a fun accent. All right, let's do these two. Oh wait, I didn't cut them. I didn't cut them the right. I cut them to do the same. Yeah, it's fine. I should have flipped it. Oh well, we're gonna do them the same. Instead of mirrored, we'll do the same. This side's so much easier for me to line up because I can't see that outside edge on my other hand. So I really should go even lower like I had wanted to. I should correct my mistakes from that hand. I should always start with doing my right hand. I say that, but I never do it because it's like I learned from that hand. I learned from doing my left hand, but my left hand is the one that I take my nail phase of, so oh well. So I like to use the little tiny thin, tiny needle point tweezers. They are extra sharp and they are easy to get these, generally, get the strips off the back if you've cut them and don't have the little handy dandy tab. I'm gonna go low on this one too. Is that lined up? That's what I should have done on the other side, but okay. So let's clean this off and then clean the end, the pointy end off because I went over. I went over my cuticle down here too. Down here. All right, so let's use the rubber cuticle pusher to clean that out a little. All right. Okay, so let that cure a little bit. Where's my wood stick? So I'm going to come in and clean that off where that tip overlaps. So let me know too, you guys, if you guys are already in spring break. I have, my kids don't start, we have a very late spring break. So we're off on Friday for the end of the term, the end of the quarter or term, I guess is what it is, what they call it. And then, so my high school will have a couple different classes once they get back from spring break. So we have Friday off and then we have all next week off after Easter. Usually, so we always have spring break this week and it usually isn't anywhere close to Easter. Well, I mean, I guess it's close to Easter because it's usually in March or April. So, but it's usually later in April. So it's pretty early this year. So I almost want to, nah, no, we'll keep it like we did the others. Yeah, so we're having a late spring break. We are staying around. Well, we're going to a college visit for one day, 2 days. One, like we're staying overnight one night. Well, me and the kids. Joe isn't gonna take off work. So we are doing that one day, heading to Wisconsin, just for a day, and then, or a night, 2 days, and then we are going to do, we're doing an escape room one day. We had made plans over, I think it was Christmas break. We had actually bought tickets to do an escape room, and then my youngest got sick and we couldn't go, and they were nice enough to give us a credit, and we're using it now. So, but we're gonna have a pretty low-key break. I think my daughter works Friday of next week. She's been working like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I had her take off Monday and Wednesday. So she might work Sunday of spring break as well. That's her other day. Ah, it's sticking to my. This is getting too. Okay, hold on. It's like the cut didn't cut very well because I overlapped them and it like moved, so it's the cut's a little rough, which is kind of sad. All right. See, I wish I had shown that much of the strip on the other hand. It's more of like a split half and half instead of the tip, but it's okay. So I'm gonna try to clean up this line a little bit. It is definitely not parallel, but it's okay. All right. My mat is super hot. I need to turn that off. So I am going to try to do each of the Stylist Lab set. I haven't decided if I'm doing them in a row or if I'm going to, I might, yeah, I think I will. Well, I don't know. Because I think I want to do Ariella's rainbow, the rainbow and white one for Easter. So then I'll do that one next. But I don't want to do it but just plain. So I'm trying to figure out, I think I'm leaning towards an overlay with it. So I'll have to see what I feel like doing. Okay, they're kind of fun. I like them. They're a little different for me. How do I do this? So, see, I got my sets so wet, or so hot that when I take this off, what's it called? New York Miniatures. Got a little bubble in it, a little air bubble. All right, let's cut them. I might as well just cut them. Yeah, I did. All right, just by the nature of, oh, hold on, let's see. Oh, I should keep, let's do that. By, I just think that I feel like, oh, see that? It's just like a rough. It's not, those shouldn't be dull. It's not, I haven't had them that long. All right, just by the size of my thumb, I should have plenty of, oh, I did go a lot lower. That's okay. I always take that picture separate when I do designs on my thumb anyway. My scissors shouldn't be dull. I don't know if it just doesn't like me cutting both at the same time. What's the deal? I've never, they were really sharp and I haven't had them very long at all. But it definitely is kind of, it was weird. Maybe it just doesn't like cutting both things at the same time. It's not like it's that thick though. It's just the nail strips. It's not like I've been cutting paper with it or anything. I guess this has paper backing. Is that dulling it? I don't know. Any scissor experts in the group? Let me know. Okay. Sorry, I wanted this part of the design. I thought that was cool. Yay! Okay. All right, so trim that off, clean up the edges, and we have a new Manny with the New York Minute and the bomber braid from the Stylist Lab collection, designed by April Bomber. Did I ever tell you the story of when I met April? Well, that wasn't the first time I met April, but I traveled with April to home office a year ago, April. Um, that's funny, April. But we did the, what was it called? Unite to Ignite home office tour. We were the first group to go. We went, yeah, last April. I think it was April. And I flew out and got to know both April and Stephanie, both who got to do the Stylist Lab set. And I've gotten, and then when I was out there, I got to know um, uh, Eunice Kim as well, who was also one of the stylists who got to design their own set. But April and Stephanie flew with me, and then Jenna, another stylist, and we we so but April and Stephanie and I were on the same flights. I guess it was Jenna, but anyway, we were going through security together. Oh no, it was Jenna. Stephanie was it was Jenna, Stephanie, April, and I. Anyway, but Jenna and April were being, I got like randomly selected to do like whatever that is, where I had to like wait for security, and then they had to like wipe. I don't know what they wipe, but they like wipe your hands, and I think they're looking for some sort of like bomb, maybe making stuff. Actually, I don't even know. Maybe they're looking for drugs. I have no idea what they're looking for. But they like wipe your hand with a white thing. Like a wet wipe. It wasn't a wet wipe, but I'm assuming it was something that would detect if whatever they were looking for. Um, but I had to wait for a really long time because there was like not a person to do it. It was just like the one security person at um like at the little part where you walk through. This was like flying home from New Jersey. So this was at the Newark airport. So I had to wait a long time, and they were waiting for me, and they kept making jokes about, and you're not really supposed to be joking a lot in line. And then April was telling us how like people joke because of her last name, because it's Bomber. And like, yeah, we don't joke around like that at the airport, do ya? But yeah, they were, oh yeah, they videotaped like me at security and all that stuff, so they thought it was hilarious. But anyway, that was our bonding at the airport security with April. And I always think of having that last name at the airport because it's kind of that like hot button word, you know. All right, so I am wrapping that one up. See, that one I didn't get all the way over there. They're all different. Is there like a key to getting your slants all the same? Because I am not good at it. I never have been. Like, I just can't, I'm not super consistent with placing them. So drop a suggestion if you guys have a trick of how you get your slants to be identical. Is there a better way than just eyeballing it? Because apparently I'm not the best at that. Her set is thicker because of all the layers, I'm assuming, of color she has on there. All right. I am pleasantly surprised how much I like uh how much I like these as tips. I wasn't sure if it was going to show enough. I think it does. I think there's still enough contrast. Okay, I am having trouble cleaning this last one. I apologize. I think it shows enough contrast. I wasn't sure if it was going to show enough of the design, but I think it does. it could have shown, these ones on my left hand could have shown more, but it's kind of nice and subtle. So actually see how, so this hand shows a lot more of that strip. That's a little more subtle. But I like the look. It's a little cool. It's like, I like the abstract kind of pattern. And I do like it with New York Minute. It's not a perfect match. It's probably closer to Aubergine. These are not like perfect, but they are done. So again, that is the bomber braid with New York Minute. And then hopefully it's still snowing out here. I want it to stop. I don't want it to actually accumulate again after I cleared off the driveway. All right, let me know if you have any tips, because like look at all my slants are like different. These I did on purpose, but they're so pretty similar to each other. My thumbs are completely different, but whatever. So like these are pretty similar to each other and these are pretty similar to each other. So I guess my thumbs were ended up being a little different. It doesn't matter though, because nobody is judging that. All right, you guys have a great day or night. Hope you guys have nicer weather if you've been in a snowstorm like us. Have a great Easter. If I don't, oh, I will pop on again before that, but you can still have a great Easter in case you don't watch that other one. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.